Alright, guys. Of course, as we know, the Cavs will now play the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Um, of course, a lot of people are have the Knicks as big favorites. A lot of them are saying, some are saying sweep, some are saying Knicks in five. But I think they're wrong. I don't think it's going to be that easy. Um, I just feel like okay. I mean, I understand the Knicks are on a good streak. They're on a run of what, six in a row, all by like crazy numbers, like 30-point wins and 40-point wins. But I just feel like they haven't really faced a lot of you know s- stiff opposition. Like okay, they played Atlanta. I mean, who? I mean, this first of all, this is Atlanta's first year in the playoffs. Who was their best player? CJ McCollum, who's 36 years old too. And I mean, really, CJ McCollum was never really a star in the league. I mean, he was never really, a person that, oh my God, I gotta deal with CJ McCollum. And then against the Sixers, of course, I mean, they're playing Joel Embiid with one leg. Honestly, one leg couldn't even jump. Basically, I mean, there's so many times during the series you could just see the guy couldn't even jump, couldn't even defend because he was such a liability on defense because he couldn't even move that good. Um, and then you have Paul George was out for 50 games, and they're the Sixers didn't really have a bench. Their depth was very bad. Um, um, so yeah, I don't really. Okay, I mean, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think they're that wow as people making it sound like they. I mean, they're good, but they haven't really faced any opposition. So I mean, I'm not saying Cavs are gonna win. I mean, I'm still picking him to win because it's my team. I'm not gonna go against my team, but I just feel like it's gonna be a more closer and tougher series than people are expecting it to be. You know, um, I feel like if you look at roster wise, Mitchell and Bronson, they cancel each other out basically. Um, um, and then you have then I think it's going to come down to the big guys. Um, if Mobley and Allen can play the way they played in the last game and just dominate and get Garland into, I mean, get Towns into foul trouble because remember Anthony Towns is not a great defender. He gets a lot into foul trouble. He gets especially early. If they can get him early and they can be and they just play physical with him, he's not even that physical. He's not a physical player. They play physical with him. They crash the boards. They play tough, and they take him out of the game. It's gonna be a very very tricky series. It'll be a very that the Cavs have to. I think their main advantage is down the basket. The two big guys. If you can crash the boards and get the rebounds and don't allow second chances and draw fouls and get people in foul trouble, Cleveland is going to be very tough to beat. Also, also another thing we have to look at is Harden and the Knicks defense. Knicks is the same kind of defense as Toronto, same kind of defense as Detroit. They play physical. Um, they you know so I mean, what kind of guard what kind of Harden are you going to get? Are you going to get a passive Harden, aggressive Harden? Like Harden, he saw in Game 7, he couldn't buy a basket because he was very passive. He didn't trust his shot. The Knicks are going to pressure him constantly, especially um, with Hart, and or they might probably put OG. That's another thing. Is OG going to be healthy? I mean, I'm hearing he's going to play Game 1, but how healthy is he? Can he run around? Can he play physical for it's a hamstring. Hamstrings are very iffy. Um, Another key part of the series is the bench. Who is the bench battle? which bench is going to give you more energy, which role players are going to come out. Is you know, I mean, both teams have a very great bench. You know, the Knicks have McBride, they have Clarkson, they have Mitchell Robinson, they have Alvarado. They have a good, and you know, we have um, Merrill. We have. I mean, I don't think he's great, but he's still, you know, Schroeder is still a good bench player to have. Who else? I mean, you know, Dean Wade could come in for defense. You know, it's good. The bench is gonna be a key battle in the series. Um, and of course, the coaching. Who's gonna coach better? You know, because which coach is gonna, you know, be better at adjustments from game to game. Who's going to be composed in late game situations, especially when it's close. We've seen the Cavs not be that good especially in the playoffs this year at the late game situations, especially in close games. The Knicks also, the next couple of games they lost close games against Atlanta. They, and let's see. I mean, it's going to be I think it's going to be a very way closer series than people are making it sound, because the Cavs have better offense than these other two teams that the Knicks played, and the Knicks have better offense than the other two teams the Cavs played. So let's see. And for the Cavs, I think their best chance to steal a game in New York is tomorrow night, because if you just saw, if you just watched now, the OKC and Spurs game, OKC looked rusty. First half they looked rusty, and the Spurs stayed in the game. They took over and they won the game, and all of them look rusty. All the players looked rusty. They didn't have a great game. They didn't shoot well, and because they've been off for like 8 days, and the Knicks are going to be off for 9 days. So, I'm pretty positive the Knicks are going to be very, very, very rusty in the first quarter, maybe part of the second quarter. So the Cavs need to take advantage. Try to jump on them quick and early, or at least stay in the game. So yeah, let's see what happens. It's going to be a very interesting series, and I'm very excited for it. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you have in the series? I have the Cavs. I'm just going to go a limb and say Cavs in 6. I mean, I have to. It's my team. I'll never go against my team. So let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys have, and who's your X factor for the series?